Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello. Welcome you all today. Okay. So let's start. So welcome you all today to our meetup of gender inequality in tech. Namaste, bonsoir, hola, hello everybody. I welcome you all to our meetup in which we will speak about a vital topic of gender inequality in tech field. Being a woman and working for more than 7 years in IT field, I truly connect with this significant topic of inequality in tech field. I'm very glad to host this meetup with my colleague who will be the co-speaker with us today. Let me welcome Rinj.
Hi, Akuriabe. Hello. Thank you, Suchitra. I think you made a mistake in the picture. It's blue for men and pink for women, right? No?
No, it's absolutely correct. It's blue for women and pink for men. As you see, today I'm in blue color. So it's a stereotype that we see that, pink is for women and blue is for men. Why, sir? Why such a discrimination? As we also see that in IT field, in programming, we say that it's just related to men or it's a male dominated. No, it should be purely on talent base. So now we introduce ourselves, who we are. So I am Suchitra Ambegaukar Shegaukar. I'm based in Paris. I have been working in tech industry for more than 7 years. I have been working on different and latest technologies. Along with my work as a software engineer, I like to follow my passion of dancing. And recently, after COVID, I've started loving to cook as well. I believe in 3Ds to follow in my life. That is dedication, devotion, and determination. Over to you, Rinj.
Yes, thank you. I am Rindra Fabrice, born Ranje Marulach. I have been working at The Edge for 2 years now as a tech lead of a customer data management team. I am based in Bordeaux. I'm a mother of 2, plus a cat. And in my free time, I like practicing yoga and sewing. And since the day Suchitra embarked me to this meetup adventure, I like reading and viewing interesting articles about feminism and especially in tech. So here is the agenda for today. Please note that from time to time we'll have polls, so we'll have to participate by voting to keep you awake. And if you have any questions, you can write it down and in the chat and we'll discuss them after the presentation. So first we'll explain you what gender inequality means, what is the current situation, and we'll show you some statistics and figures. Then we'll talk about our personal experiences as women in tech fields, followed by testimonies of other women. And after that, we will discuss about steps and ideas on how we can all act to reduce this inequality. And The Edge as a tech company is also acting continuously to reduce this inequality, and we will see how. Then we will welcome Yuri, engineer manager at The Edge, who will give us his point of view. And finally, we'll finish with 2 inspiring stories of women in tech.
Oh, okay, it's poll time. Yes, right, Rinj. It's poll time. So here comes the first poll. So I will display one question and you will be given 30 seconds to answer that question. Then I will show you the results and then I'll tell you the correct answer. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, you can start now answering the question. Hope you're able to see the question. And let us know if you're facing any issues. Yes, good. We have 30 seconds timer, Rinj.
Yeah, 14 seconds.
Okay, we have more 15, 16 seconds. Okay, that's cool. Okay, good. I can see your answers coming up. Okay.
And time is up.
Okay, so time is up, and I share the result, what you have answered. So many of us have said it's 15%, but the right answer is 19%. Yes, I really think it's not a good percentage that just 19% of women are there in the tech to the ratio of 100. Okay, let's go further. Now, I would like to tell what exactly is gender inequality. To start with, let's start what is gender equality means. It means that all gender are free to pursue whatever career, lifestyle, choices, and abilities they want without discrimination. Their rights, opportunities, and access to society are not different based on their gender. Gender inequality in the workplace takes in many forms, such as unequal pay, disparity in the promotion, incidents such as sexual harassment or racism. I still remember a small story in my childhood. My mother was back from a maternity leave, and then she was not promoted because she was just back from maternity leave, and that had affected her career. Somewhat, I think that sometimes female do sacrifice their career. Now, I would like to show you a statistic video based on USA, and that could be applied worldwide. This video will focus on evolution of gender inequality from the past to current situation, problems such as pay gap, society which is getting affected, statistic, and what is exactly gender inequality.
Women in Tech Statistics: Hard Truths of an Uphill Battle. Despite national conversations about gender diversity in tech, women are still underrepresented, underpaid, and often discriminated against in the tech industry. Statistics from 7 facets of IT work, ranging from higher education to workplace environment, paint a clear picture of the challenges women face in finding equal footing in a career in IT. Women make up 47% of all employed adults in the US, but as of 2015, they hold only 25% of computing roles, according to data from the National Center for Women and Information Technology. Of the 25% of women working in tech, Asian women make up just 5% of that number, while Black and Hispanic women accounted for 3% and 1%, respectively. According to data from the National Science Foundation, more women than ever are earning STEM degrees, and they're catching up to men in earning bachelor's degrees in science and engineering subjects. But women earned only 19% of computer science degrees at the bachelor level in 2016. Once a diploma is earned, the real work begins, and here the numbers for women in tech are perhaps even more troubling. Only 38% of women who majored in computer science are working in the field, compared to 53% of men, according to data from the National Science Foundation. Similarly, only 24% of women with an engineering degree still work in engineering, compared to 30% of men. This is a consistent trend that has been dubbed a, quote, leaky pipeline. A 2017 poll in the Pew Research Center report found that 50% of women said they had experienced gender discrimination at work, while only 19% of men said the same. The numbers were even higher for women with a postgraduate degree, working in computer jobs, or in male-dominated workplaces. In addition to increasing the likelihood of gender-related discrimination against women, male-dominated workplaces pay less attention to gender diversity and cause women to feel a need to prove themselves all or some of the time, according to Pew's 2017 research. Women are not only underrepresented in STEM, they are also underpaid, and that hasn't changed in over 25 years. For computing fields, women earn 87% of what men earn. The numbers are even worse for Black women in STEM, who earn around 87% of white women's salaries and just 62% of what men earn. According to IDC, the percentage of women in senior leadership positions grew from 21% to 24% between 2018 and 2019. And that's good news because having women in senior leadership positions can positively impact female employee engagement and retention. In organizations where 50% or more senior leadership positions are held by women, they're more likely to offer equal pay. And female employees are more likely to stay with the company longer than a year, report higher job satisfaction, and feel the company is trustworthy. Although these statistics are trending upward, women still feel less enthusiastic about their senior leadership prospects than men. The IDC report found that 54% of men said they felt it was likely that they'd be promoted to executive management in their company, while only 25% of women said the same.
Thanks for watching. So next we have the current situation about inequality. Over to you, Rinj. You're on mute, Rinj. Can you unmute? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
A little bit of history to understand the present. We said originally women dominated tech field. I think you have all heard about Ada Lovelace, who created the first computing program in 1843, or Grace Hopper, who introduced the notion of compilator and created the first computer model in 1952. Or Margaret Hamilton. She conceived the embarked system of a spatial program of Apollo 11, which brought the first man on the moon on 1969. We had the code breakers, those women who worked with the US military to help end the war by decoding enemy messages. So there are many other female figures, pioneers of computing and at the origin of the IT. In the 50s, women were self-taught. They built computing languages, but those were not recognized professions. Until the late 70s, women dominated the programmation field. So next, please, Suchitra.
Yes. Yes.
So what happened then? Patriarchy, stereotypes, discrimination. Later on the 80s and 90s, IT became more important for companies and countries. With the development of mainframe and then the arrival of personal computer, mostly of the men were equipped. And we know that the story says when a field becomes more important in the society, men take it over. Discrimination, women had lower education. Sometimes they should be married, have kids, take care of the home and raise the children. Less women had been given the opportunity to make career as they will leave the field sooner. We can also mention the glass ceiling, plafond de verre in French, that invisible ceiling that women face in their career, which prevent them from progressing as quickly and as much as men do. So we have here some figures.
Yes. So we have here some current situation of women representation figures. So as you see, only 17% of women are in the software developer field. That is like 100 men over just we have 17 software developers. So that's really a less percentage. Further going, there are 41% that women who quit their job after 10 years. There are 16% lower salary in IT sector than that of the men. And the most shocking is 70% of women meet sexism during their study in IT. Now, going further, yes, Rinj, over to you.
This is an Iron Hack study, which is a little bit scary, saying that almost 1 French in 2 thinks that women are not as good as men in tech. The reasons given were that men are naturally better at computers that these jobs are more complicated for women, and it is a cultural factor that engages men more in digital work, while women will prefer other jobs. And 74% think that. So those are the current figures.
Okay, now let us share our experiences. We both, as a woman, would like to share our experiences working in the tech industry. I am super proud that I have completed my engineering from a women's college. Yes, you heard it right. We were almost 120 of women engineers graduated that year. I'm extremely grateful to my parents for making me educated as an engineer. I strongly believe that before women in the tech field, coming in the tech field, she should be first educated. After joining the tech, I still remember one incident that my friend shared, that she started working in an MNC and they were preferring only single female rather than unmarried, rather than married or who were having kids. So that was a little strange what I see. After getting into industry, I look upon like there is only 2:10 ratio as we see at the managerial, at the higher, maybe at the CTO level, managerial level. I really find that there are less women. So in order to inspire me and get me motivated, I see that this level, managerial level or higher designation, there should be more female. My experience has been so far very good. I had great opportunities and guidance. Also, I was helped and surrounded by wonderful people. So this was my experience in tech industry.
Thank you, Suchitra. What an interesting experience. On my side, I always liked science and mathematics till my childhood. I am graduated from ETNA in 2010, a working school in France. At the beginning of the first year, we were only 7 girls for 122 students, meaning only 5%. And of them, 59 students get the diploma, including 4 women. The current ratio in the same school is around 17 to 20% now. I still remember my last internship defense. I was talking in front of the jury and I was pregnant about 8 months. I was 8 months pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. During my internship, I used to be the only woman in R&D department, but hopefully I have not experienced any sexism or discrimination. And in my first years after being graduated, I think I just met only 1 girl in R&D teams. I quickly had the imposter syndrome at my first promotion. I only had few years of experiences and I had the role because the man my colleague who was supposed to get it left the company. And on top of that, I didn't get the right salary. So this reinforced the feeling that I didn't fit in. When I moved to Bordeaux 6 years ago, I had to prove myself again technically. And I quickly gained the trust of my managers and moved toward to project management and people management. I like this position. I learned a lot from my colleagues, but I wanted to return to a more technical position. Then the age called me again, called me back, and here I am surrounded by caring fellows and proud to be leading technically the only tech team with as many women as men. Okay, we are only 4, but still.
Okay, now we have some of the testimonies that we have gathered from some women, and we would like to share with you.
Let me share to you some testimonies, some anecdotes we gathered. This one is from Chloe. So I just read it to you. She says, when I went to enroll my engineering school, the responsible took me aside and told me, you know, the boys here like to help girls, but be careful not to get too much help and do stuff by yourself. And he implies that the boys in the school could ask for compensation for their help. Okay, so this is the first one you get when you get in tech school.
Oh, that's really shocking one. Okay.
Another one is from Mathilde. So Mathilde is in reconversion, and she registered an online course for web development study. She was shocked by the sexism in the scenario of her first introduction to development exercises. She complained to the pedagogical managers. She asked about more engagement, but did not get any follow-up. And she warned also that if you don't block your ads, you can be surprised by ultra-sexist advertisements after viewing some tech courses online. Have you already? Yeah.
Yeah, I can truly connect with this.
Yeah.
It should stop somewhere, really.
She saw advertisements of video games with sexual contents in it.
Oh, that's really sad.
Next one is testimony from Jeanne-Marie. She says, during an interview for an engineering school, the only woman in the jury asked me how I think I will reconcile my technical professional work with my family life, and when do I plan to have kids during my career? So I don't think it is yeah.
That is not a question that we ask to a men, right?
Yes, exactly.
This is highly personal. Yeah.
There was a video I saw in LinkedIn where men were asked those kind of questions used to be given to women, and the result is slightly funny and hopeless at the same time.
Okay.
Another one from Jeanne-Marie. She said that she used to go to work in jeans and sneakers, or just comfortable clothes and shoes, just an invisible engineer among others. One day I was feeling like I would love to wear my new heels. And that day was the first time the CTO came to my desk and asked me what I do and sought to discuss with me. And that also was the last time I wore my beautiful heels at work.
Oh, that's so sad. I think your appearance and the way you dress up should not really matter. It should matter what you work and how you work.
Yeah, totally agree. We should be able to wear heels or whatever without being seen as if we are teasing or something like that.
Yes, very true.
Before the last one, here is a testimony from Pauline. She said that women are often pushed out of technical positions. In the few women I worked with who had initial technical trainings, too many found themselves in functional or piloting positions, even if they did not ask. So this reinforced the feeling that women are thought to be not as good technically as men, and that functional or other positions are more adapted to us, even if women aspire to remain purely technical.
Okay, that's cool.
Last, this is an illustration by Zoe. Thank you, Zoe, for this realistic picture. We can see a woman who is yelling, and male people can't hear her. It's written, oh, we just put our sound setting to 200% already, but we still can't hear you. I sometimes relate to it. And you, Suchitra?
Yes, I truly relate. I can relate with this one. Yes.
Yeah, we often say things that are ignored, not listened to, or just not taken in account.
Yes. Okay, it's poll time again.
It's poll time.
Yes. So here is the second question. And here you go. Let's start the timer range.
Let's go.
Which is the country with the smallest gender gap? This is as per 2019 study, the ranking of the countries. So country with the smallest gender gap. Okay, that's good. Okay. I see the answer is going good. Okay, okay. Come on. Okay. So I repeat again, which is the country with the smallest gender gap?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay. So after this,
time is up.
Time is up. So here I show you your results and then I will tell you the answer. Yes, Iceland, but no. As per the recent study, it's Switzerland, which is really promoting to close this gender gap. And it is one of the most innovative country to reduce the gender gap. So the right answer is Switzerland. Thank you, everybody, for answering this one. Okay, now let's go further. Okay, now we come to the important part. After we have spoken about the gender inequality, the current situation, we come to the important part, that is how to overcome this inequality. It can be done at 3 steps. What company can do, what women can do, what everybody can do. So now let's get started with what company can do. Company can encourage good environment, inclusive work environment, maybe by hybrid work policies such as part-time or work from home, giving more paternity leave to men such as same as women, because bringing up a child is not just a responsibility of a mother, it is same as a father as well. Second is the pay transparency. It means that show and justify the pay for men and women with similar backgrounds. And as per the study, what we did, transparency is actually being implemented in the company, like Luca. That's a great thing. I think higher diversity is also important at company level. There is one more program which I encountered, that is Next Innings. Last month, I was going through LinkedIn and I saw a post of my friend who applied for this next inning and she could return back to IT industry after her maternity gap. So such type of programs should be promoted. Next, what women can do. Now, women can have more power about being confident and train yourself to gain confidence. Also, there are some tech companies like Women in Tech, Girls Who Code. So such non-profitable organizations help to promote, to participate women in tech industry. Speak up. I think this is a very important part. In every company, there is a policy to speak up if you find any injustice or any racism that is happening to you. Next, I think what everyone can do. Recently, in the news, there was a very good news, in fact. Spanish cabinet approves paid menstrual leave. So such type of strong policies should be implemented and applied all across. Second, I think, is education, to promote girls' education. Also, we need to support women to enhance their career in IT. I think family support is very important. We should give equal opportunities, equal responsibilities as being a parent in the family. Motivate women to come back to the industry and provide them necessary infrastructure or help. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Suchitra. I think there are maybe other ideas from you, so don't hesitate to write it down if you have some. About the imposter syndrome, there is a good intervention of Marine Gandhi on YouTube, so don't hesitate to check it out. It's entitled Guide pratique de lutte contre le syndrome de l'imposteur. You can have some ideas, it's not just for women, but for everyone who wants to gain confidence. So what is the current situation at the age? Suchitra, you did it again, you swapped the colors?
Yes, today it's men in pink and women in blue. You see, I'm still very new.
Okay, those figures are for worldwide headcount of DH. We are now about 458 DHers worldwide. We have 42% women in whole DH globally. We have a full parity at the COMEX. 37% of managers are women in total, and only 4% in R&D. We are still lower. The figures are not as good as we want, but the HR is monitoring it, and it's part of our objectives. So how, next please.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. How do DH work towards gender equality? First, the company is acting for equal pay and is engaged in hiring diversity. The HR follows the number of women in recruitment, in promotions, in salary increases. They do care about diversity in teams, but still there is a real scarcity in the pool of tech candidates, and even more for women tech candidates. They put engagement for parentality, equality in childcare, and ability to balance work and life to help to temper the gender gaps. They guarantee a smooth maternity or parentality experiences by maintaining the wage, of course, and by giving a departure or return interview. And for the above reasons, DH decided to partnership with specialized associations like Adatech School and Social Builder, which are associations working on training women in tech and accompanying them in tech reconversion. Sorry. And that's it. I think it's full time again.
Yes, it's full time. So here is the third question for you all. So I launch it, and here it starts. Which is the country with largest gender gap? So this is in general. So yes, good. So, people have started answering. Yes, Rinj, we have the timer on.
Yeah, timer on.
Okay, that's great. Okay. I want you all to get a correct answer this time. Okay. Yeah, I really wish now it's the third.
It's not an easy one.
Yeah, it's not an easy one. Yes. You really have to. I hope nobody does a Google search, please.
20 seconds left. No, 10 seconds. Sorry.
Okay, that's a pretty close one. Okay, I see the results are good. Okay. I end and show you the result.
Yeah, time is up.
Okay, wow, that's great. Now everybody has got the correct answer. Yes, it's a Yemen country which has the largest gender gap, where you can see that if the gender gap is more, the women don't get a lot of opportunities over there. So the gender gap should be really less. No, in fact, no gender gap should be there in the country to live comfortably. Thanks for participating in the poll. Now we go next. Yes, Rinj.
Yes, we welcome today Yuri, who will share his point of view. Yuri.
Yay!
Hello, everybody. Hello, Rinch. Hello, Suchitra. Thank you very much for all these important testimonies. They are really important. And as you said, there is a 70% of sexism that still exists. And what we must do also is to eliminate it. We must fight sexism and eliminate it. This tweet, this is a recent tweet, as you can see. It was posted on 21st of May as just an example of how crazy and how awful it could be. And this is an example of sexism that women are experiencing on a daily basis, especially on the social networks relating to the tech. So we must fight it both personally and as an organization. We also must fight the sexism in all their forms. If it's a sexist joke, it's not a joke, it's sexism. So we must fight it as well. And as you said as well, and you showed that men unfortunately represent still a majority in the tech field. So it's also to everybody and to men to promote our profession, to promote the tech, and encourage girls and women to consider it. As parents, as teachers, as professionals, we must work towards this diversity. This is a very good profession. This is not some kind of brutal profession, as this tweet says. This is a very good profession, and it has a lot of nice sides. It's stable, it's well paid, it's suitable both for technical and creative minds. So there are also a lot of opportunities in this profession to be a manager, to be a CTO, to be a CEO, and the founder. So everyone should enjoy the benefits of this profession. On the DH, as a part of the Accord Group, is engaged to fight those stereotypes in any form and any forms of discrimination, as well as promoting all forms of diversity and inclusivity. So we are talking about the sex diversity, origin of country, religion, culture, age, physical appearance, disability, sexual orientation, etc. And beyond all those commitments and tools, the fight towards diversity is, first of all, an individual matter. So it's up to everyone, to both men and women, to change their practices for a better collective performance and for a better diversity. And after all, since we are all in the hospitality industry, everyone must feel him, her, or them self-welcome. So thank you very much, Rinja and Suchitra, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you, Yuri, for that change of vision. Okay, it's the last poll. Trust me, guys, it's the last poll. Okay, so here we go for the last poll, and I hope we have, yeah, good to see. Okay, so what percentage, interesting question, what percentage of fathers take care of their children? This is again in general, it's not only related to tech. This is as per the research of done in 2016. I'm sure it's not that easy one to get it on net or something. So please don't Google and try to answer on your own. Okay, good.
10 seconds left.
Okay. 9, 8, 7. Okay. Okay. That's good.
Time is up.
Time is up. Okay. So here I show you the results. But unfortunately, the answer is 7%. Okay, thanks again for participating to the poll. So trust me, it was the last question of the poll. Next. So now we will share some inspiring stories of tech superwomen. I would like to introduce Mary Welkes, who was born in 1937 in Chicago and who has a degree in philosophy. Her teacher of geography said that she would be a computer programmer when she grew up. At the time, Mary was unaware that this was going to be true. In her early years, she worked with computers such as IBM 709 and IBM 704 for a year in 1959 to 1960. She designed manually for the final console design. Wow, that's nice. She is known for helping develop the first personal computer and was also the first person to have PC in her home. That is really an inspiring story.
Inspiring story, yes. I would like to talk about Isabelle Collet. Isabelle Collet is a French computer scientist. She is a researcher at Geneva University and also a writer. She defended a doctorate in educational science in 2005 entitled La masculinisation des études informatiques, savoir, pouvoir et genre, meaning masculinization of computer science studies, knowledge, power, and gender. But at that time, this first step did not question so many. She is now known for her talks about gender in tech and sciences. Her interventions focus on the implementation of a true pedagogy of equality. She founded an association for gender research in education and training. And she produced several scientific papers like Les oubliés du numérique, the forgotten of digital, in 2019. She's a very inspiring woman. She highlights this societal problem and works a lot in gender gap, especially in tech fields. So do not hesitate to follow Isabelle Collet.
Okay.
And I think
Yes, thank you, Rinch, for another inspiring story. So here we come to the end of our meetup. So I have a last message for everyone. Each individual woman can make a difference with the right attitude. The attitude says, I am a professional and my gender has nothing to do with my job. I again thank DH for this great opportunity for giving us to me and Rinch. Thanks to Delphine, Yuri, Rinch again, Alois. Thank you everybody for joining today. So let us see if we have any questions.
Yeah, thank you all for your time and attention. Thank you, Suchitra, to have accepted me as your co-speaker for this very interesting subject. I learned a lot when preparing it with you. Thank you to all the super tech women for your testimonies and for the people and sources talking about gender inequality, especially in tech. And I'm sure you have other ideas on how to reduce gender inequality in tech. I don't know if we have any questions in the chat.
Yes.
No, so far no questions, but don't hesitate if someone has.
Yes. Thank you everybody again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time.